You said like you were like a whiz kid working. Was it for the government or something? You said.
Yeah, so in the United States we have the National Institutes of Health, and so it's called the NIH. And so I worked for a division of the NIH that was located in Detroit, called the Perinatology Research Branch, and I was working there as a perinatal immunobiologist. You know what I'm saying?
So how'd you get
so
from that to being a rapper then? How'd you change it up?
There was a lot that was going on. Being a scientist for the government was tough because I was underpaid and overworked, and my passion, kept going down and down from there. And I didn't start rapping until I got saved. And so I got saved in 2013. And right after I graduated college, I got saved right before I got the job as a scientist. And so I did the scientist job for about a year and a half. But the whole time, like, God was preparing me to be a rapper. And so, like, I believe that, the calling to be this, minister through rap and other forms, like my ministry is deeper than rap, but that's one of the forms that God uses as a tool to bring ministry out. And so the calling to do this was there, and it was kept pulling on me more and more. And I started recording music finally in 2014 when I met Brother Dre in Detroit and at the Edge Christian Nightclub, and started recording more and more. And eventually it was just like the pull to do the music ministry was too strong. And I mean, as a scientist for government, I was working 80 to 100 hours a week on salary. You know what I'm saying? And I didn't get paid no overtime, but I was working crazy amounts of hours, and you couldn't have no life outside of it. So I had to make a decision, and I walked away, left that to pursue the music and the ministry full time. And I've worked odd jobs since then, warehouses, restaurants, whatever I had to do to get by. Right now I moved to Atlanta, I linked up with a temp agency, and I'm working at warehouses, a few days a week, and grinding on the music the other days. And God has just been ever since I decided to step out on faith. He's been showing me favor, grace, and mercy the whole time. That's my first debut. My debut album was called Walking by My Faith, and that's available everywhere. And then my second project coming out at the end of this month is a part 2. It's a sequel. It's called Walking by My Faith Through the Storm. And so the first album cover, I'm walking on the water. Everything is sunny. It's good. Everything is cool. On this album cover, it's a storm going on. It's lightning striking. It's, it's waves. Life is different. And so I'm really have been walking by faith because I left a 6-figure career to do this music ministry. And, I ain't making no money right now, and I'm struggling, but yet I'm keeping the faith because God is faithful. And, if you be faithful over few, he'll make you to be ruler over much. And so I'm just thankful for the blessings of the Lord and for him saving me and for him giving me a purpose and a calling and for me answering to that call.
Yeah, man, that's a real kid of a story because you're literally going from a regular type job in some cases, and then you've gone into following your dreams, I guess, following your passion or your calling or your vision. And it's that's a big thing to do, man, for anybody. And you're right, man. I think in time, if you stick to it, bigger and better things will come. And they probably already are coming because, obviously, like you said, you've made the move to Atlanta and you've maybe got future partnerships with City Takers. I know they're doing a lot of big moves all the time. So, you never know what's coming down the road, man. That is a big thing. Tell us about the new music then, man. Tell us about, obviously, the title and is it just based upon your past, a little bit of the struggles you've been through with your family and stuff?
So the EP, it's got many different layers to it. So it's Walking by My Faith Through the Storm. You've got, I talk about my past, I talk about family struggles, but I can't make an album without giving praise and worship to God. So you've got that, like you guys just heard You Can't Make Me Doubt Him. That's on the project, and that is really, it's really just like I'm praising God, right? You can't make me doubt him. I know too much about him. As a former atheist, I used to doubt him, but now I couldn't go back to not believing in God if I tried. I would know that I was wrong. I would just be rebelling. Like he's real. Like he's just too real. You can't make me doubt him. That's 100. That's not no church slogan. Like that's real life. And then I got the song Faith, where we're gonna hear shortly, and faith in that song talks about having faith in the name of Jesus, and through whatever ups and downs in life, through whatever storms you're going through, keeping faith. And I got this other song I just put out. I think you played it on the show last week called Long Time, and Long Time just dropped on all digital outlets last night, and that song is so dope to me because the features, like Dre B's The Godson from Detroit, Michigan, is one of the best artists in the world. He's so cold, and he laced that joint with a dope hook. My boy Uncle G-Mo, he rapped a verse on there, and that's really like that song is for the city. That's for Detroit. That's for the culture, man. That joint right there, it's a street hood anthem, you know what I'm saying? And it's not churchy, it's not very over the top, but it's gonna relate to a lot of people that come from the streets. You know what I mean? Because even though I was a whiz kid and everything growing up, like I was in and out the hood on a regular basis. Like I done sold drugs. I done been in and out the streets of the hood of Detroit, from 7 Mile to 6 Mile. Like I done been in and out of a lot of areas with a lot of the wrong folks doing a lot of the wrong things. You know what I'm saying? And I ain't no stranger to the hood, believe that. And so, I got a song for the hood. I got summer anthems. I got emotional music. I got bangers. I got a song on there. It's called Pop's Prayer, which is like it's like a conversation that I'm having with somebody and telling them about Christ, and they're saying why they don't believe, and I'm, giving them why I do believe. And it's a really like artistic song that I like. And so it's 6 songs. It's the EP, Worse Than Useless. That song has been doing well. That's been on the radio. Greg Davis Jr. sang a phenomenal hook, and that's produced by Biko Productions. And a shout out to Biko, man. Like, he's produced for NF. He's a platinum producer. He produced for Beacon Light and Stephen Malcolm. He's got production on television, on VH1, on MTV. Like, he's out cold. He's from Grand Rapids, Michigan, and he produced 3 of the songs on my album. Pop's Prayer, Faith, and Worse Than Useless are all produced by Biko. And so yeah, it's an eclectic little project with different sounds. It's a variety, but all in all, you get a piece of me in every song. You get a different piece of me, and it's all pointing to Christ and keeping your faith through life's issues.
Nice one, man. I'm looking forward to it, man. What date does it drop?
The 29th. Right now, we got it slated for a June 29th release. The pre-order is actually up right now on iTunes. And if you pre-order it, you can get the single Long Time immediately. Nice one, man. And where can people go grab you, man? It'll be available on Spotify, Amazon, Google Play, Tidal, SoundCloud, YouTube. It'll be everywhere on June 29th. And how about yourself, man, like social media and stuff? Where can people go grab you? Everywhere. It's at Marqus Anthony, and you spell that with a Q. It's MarqusAnthony. Check me out at blessedonpurpose.com.